I've got a mediocre puzzle video for you guys today, so just sit back, relax, grab some popcorn, and listen to me go over some of the puzzles I thought weren't as obvious or straightforward. Hopefully this will help you guys out. So, the first one is located here. You're going to want to teleport to this beacon and follow the way I go. As you make your way up here, you'll see a bunch of enemies that you'll obviously want to get rid of, and once you do, the chest will still be locked. So you want to go over here and hack this hologram thing. It's gonna be like that game on your phone that everyone had at one point. You don't have to fill out all the squares, although some variants of this puzzle will force you to fill out every square. You don't have to for all of them, but yeah, once you solve that, easy money, there you go. Now moving on to this one. It is simple to understand, but it can be a little confusing if you've never done one before. So this is the location where it's at. So you've got these tiles on the floor, and the spikes, wherever the spikes are pointed to, is the direction in which the tiles are gonna light up. So in this case, because this thing has 4 spikes on it, wherever you place it, all tiles in every direction are gonna be lit up. And as you can see, you can rotate it. In this example, you don't have to rotate it, because I think, like, progression-wise, it should be the first one you come across. But once you put it in the right place, you see wherever the spikes are pointing, those same tiles in that direction are gonna light up. And that's how you solve this one. Pretty easy. Then we've got this magnetic cube. And this is the location for it. So what you want to do is just pinball it. You're gonna hit it in any given direction, and as long as there's like one of these plus sign tiles in that direction, it'll go there. The objective, or the point of this puzzle, is to take this cube and put it in the blue square. So again, this one isn't really complicated at all. I just wanted to cover this puzzle type in case you haven't encountered one before. It can look a little daunting. This is the most complex of the bunch, not because there's any particularly hard to understand concepts in it, but because it involves an entire side quest line. So you find yourself at this mountaintop with a small tent set up and this broken down robot. You go up to it, you can actually interact with it, but only once. It's gonna say something about broken parts that you need to go get to fix it or whatever. So the first step that you need to do is equip your 5th sense vision, or whatever this is, and then look around this area right here. You'll be able to notice a trail of gemberries on the ground. So you follow the trail. As you make your way down this hillside, the trail is just gonna suddenly stop, and there's gonna be no clear indication of where it is you need to go. So I spent like at least half an hour just looking around the area trying to find where it is that the trail was supposed to take me, until finally I did find it. Now just use this picture as reference. Here's where the trail ended, just for reference, so make sure you head in the correct direction. And then you'll see this weird assortment of rocks. You can interact with this hole, and you'll find a bunch of rat enemies that you need to take down. And once you do that, you can go ahead and collect not just gemberries, but the first of 3 robot parts that you need. So now You go back to the mountaintop with a broken robot, and this is how it would look if you had the Nexus Tower activated for this area. You go up to this hologram, you hack it like we did with that first one in the beginning of the video. And as you can see, once you do that, you'll get a quote from Rover. And in the footage, I just realized I had a quest for it, so just track the quest, it'll take you to this place, get rid of these enemies, it'll trigger a small cutscene of where you can get the second part, and then you'll get a hint for where the third part is by interacting with this flyer. So make sure you keep that quest tracked, it'll take you to this place. What you need to do is simple, and if you're anything like me and didn't read the dialogue for the quest line, then you're probably not going to know what to do. So what I did is just, you actually get a separate quest for the shooting party that's supposed to happen at this location, and you can track it just to know what you need to do, which is just literally sit in this chair. It'll trigger a, well, I can't even call that a cutscene. Your screen will go black for a couple of seconds, and then boom, everyone and everything will be there, and then you'll begin the final part of this quest line. Obviously, he's trying to rip us off. I just paid the money because it's just, you know, it's just chump change. Who cares, right? If you don't want to pay it and there's a workaround, then good for you, but it's not even worth it. So just pay up to start the first round. It's make sure you have a ranged character. Hit all the targets and clear the first round. You're gonna have to talk to him a second time to activate the second round of target practice. And it should come as no surprise that you also have to pay him more than what you paid for the first round, double to be exact. So you clear the second round, and this time for the second round you have a second set of moving targets that you need to clear. So you should get the gist of it by now. Go ahead, talk to him a third time to activate the third and final round. Pay up again. And then it goes crazy. I mean, I tried my best with the sensitivity settings I had. I tried using ulti because it has worked for me in some of these target challenges I found in random corners of the world, but it didn't work this time. So yeah, I failed it. If any of you guys get it, let me know down in the comments. I'm actually curious to know if there would have been a third set of moving targets. That would have been insane. Even more insane if any of you managed to clear it. But I doubt the result would change. You would probably still have to fight these guys. So anyways, after you get done dealing with them, treasure's all yours. Get rewards and get the third robot part that you need to finish this quest. So anyways, you go back to the same spot where you started this quest. You interact with the robot and he'll give you a piece of dialogue. Now you can help yourself to all these goody goodies. I mean, a whopping 40 asteroid. And then finally, there's this one. It's the last one for this video. You gotta come to this specific spot on the mountaintop, talk to the experienced engineer NPC. He'll say something along the lines of, "Please find my assistant. She's gone somewhere at the edge of the hill." So, you go find her. This is where she is. If you get close enough to her, a side quest symbol will appear on the minimap. Once you get talking to her, you're gonna, well, hopefully, you're gonna agree to escort her back to the lighthouse. And on your way back to the lighthouse, you're gonna have to fight a bunch of enemies, so come prepared. Upon reaching the top of this hill where the lighthouse is, you'll encounter these 3 enemies that you need to dispose of. After you do that, you'll be able to talk with the NPCs again, and they will fix the lighthouse for you. Once that's said and done, you can come up through the side of the lighthouse and interact with this hologram that we've seen many a times before. Solve the color puzzle. And you'll get a piece of dialogue from this lighthouse terminal. Now the game's telling us that the lighthouse has given us a set of coordinates. There's going to be a highlighted area on your minimap that's literally right behind the lighthouse. Once you open this chest, you'll have another piece of dialogue. So, if you follow up on this new quest, the NPC will say that there are 5 identical lighthouses around Jinzhou, so it's up to us to find the other 4. Well, that's pretty much everything I wanted to cover for this one. See ya.